Diontae, he's just passionate, man. I look at it like this. I think that at times Deontay Johnson is very misunderstood, but he's one of them dudes that he reminds me, not in a negative way, but in a positive way of like AB's competitive nature of like pissed off. Like if he's not helping or if he's not being a part of, like he wants to be, you know, one of the reasons why this team is good. And Diontae is more than capable of that. So I do feel like at times, I know what you're saying, how his body language is or how he gets demonstrative at times. It's because he is so like wanting to prove it. And part of that is because of the criticism that he's received. Part of that is also because of the contract that he has. And he feels like, it's, you want to live up to that. You want to prove the naysayers wrong. The people that said he wasn't worth $18 million a year, he wants to prove them wrong. He also wants to be one of the reasons when we're talking about in the offseason and we're saying, who do you draft? Who are you bringing in free agency? Who are you building around? He wants to be one of those guys that we're saying, yes, you want to build around this guy. You don't want him to be Chase Claypool and ship him out. That's also why he gets so like pissed off and so frustrated, because he's trying to do all of that. And at times when it's not going for you, whether that's because of you not catching the ball or if it's because schematically you're not being, schemed to be the first or second read, or thirdly, you're just, not getting the attention that you want from your quarterback. Like those type of things can definitely show up. And when you are the $18 million receiver that everybody's going to look to, especially when you see George Pickens playing the way that he's playing, yeah, he going to feel some type of way. So it's normal. But for him, don't look at it as like necessarily a negative in the sense of like he'll be a cancer or stuff like that. Just look at it as, this dude is really invested in this thing and it truly matters to him. And that's what you want. You would much rather there be like that than the guys that are showing no emotion. They just are kind of like laissez-faire with it. Like, all right, it is what it is. Like, you don't want that. You want them dudes to wear it. Like, I'd rather you wear that emotion, man, because if I know you care like that, man, we could channel everything else. We could fix everything else. But if I don't know if you actually are invested or if you actually care, if you're actually going to stay committed through these hard times, well, I don't know if I can build with you going forward. So that's how I look at that Deontay Johnson situation, man, with how he is, because I definitely have seen some of the stuff you're talking about, man.
Well, I'm glad you cleared that up, and you're 100% right. You'd rather it be where a dude gets a contract and wants to prove it outside, or instead of dude gets a contract and then just takes a back seat and is like chilling. I got my money.
I can tell you first.
We even heard about James Daniel. Remember James Daniel in the offseason? Whenever you talked to him, he got that contract from us, and he's like,
I want to prove it.
Dude, I want to prove this. Like, I'm really focused. I want to make sure Steeler fans in the organization feel like they're getting their money's worth.
Whereas Deke, I've had them conversations with them dudes when they get paid, and they like, bro, I'm good. What they gonna do? Cut me? I'm good. The check is gonna clear. You know what they gonna do? They gonna fire me. I'm gonna be on somebody's little beach, and I'm gonna check my mail every 1st and 15th, and I'm gonna have my little drink with the little umbrella in it, the little fruit one with the colors in it, the little passion fruit joint. You know what I mean? I know some dudes that's their energy, D. So I definitely would rather it be this Deontay Johnson style where you're just so pissed off and you want to show it because you're really committed and you want to live up to this contract. So I'm cool with that right now, man.
And it's not like I don't think Pickett wants to go to him, because there's a quote I saw from Pickett saying like Deontay Johnson gets like open the fastest in the league. Yeah, it's like what do he say? His in and out move or whatever is like the best in the league. Like, I got to give him the ball more. So
his ability to win off the one-on-one off the line.
Yeah,
is
so hopefully
crazy,
that connection just continues to build. Yeah. I just don't think they're in sync right now to the degree that Pickett and Pickens is in sync. That's really it. If that's all it is, then I'm fine with it.
And it makes sense why. You want me to tell you? So
Go
check
ahead.
it out.
Go ahead.
When you think about George Pickens, right? His impact early on has been felt doing what? Vertical route, stop route. Why? Because it's the easiest route to run, right? I'm bigger, I'm faster. Throw it up, I'm going to go get it. Okay, he's on top. I'm going to stop, you go back shoulder. It's kind of like Randy Moss when he first came in the league, right? Stretch it up top, run the stop route. So when you're a quarterback, right, and you're young, before you learn how to read defense at the NFL level, what's the easiest thing that you're going to see? My guy faster than your guy running on the field, let me put it up. And early on, what have we been seeing? Even dating back to training camp with George Pickens and Kenny Pickett. The vertical. Throw the go ball. Either you're throwing it up top or you're going back shoulder. It's an easier throw. It's an easier read. Whereas Diontae, he's winning one-on-one, but him winning at times, is it NFL open or is it college open? So if I'm this quarterback and I'm young and I'm trying to process what's this coverage, is this guy really there? Is he not there? Am I about to throw this into a trap? Like, what am I doing right here? I ain't gonna mess with that. That's a different look. Whereas when you talk about 7 last year, 7 far more advanced in terms of reading coverages. Who was his favorite person to throw to last year?
Slants across the
middle.
Come on,
to Diontae.
Man.
And why was that? Because he's like, yo, this guy's winning right now, and I can read this right now, and I know how to make an NFL caliber throw in the short to interim, right? He knows how to do that. He could do that. And that was the one thing that you could hang your head on. He gonna go to Diontae because Diontae know how to win. But for Kenny, he's just a younger quarterback. So his vision, his confidence in what he believes, he just sees it differently. This is a lot easier to throw. If I'm long and I overthrow it, that's a safe, long foul ball. If I back shoulder it, error on the side of putting it towards the sideline, it'll be out of bounds if I miss. Diontae, man, if I throw that ball back, if I throw it behind him and it's late, that's an interception. If I lead him too far, it's a linebacker or safety in there. You got to be a lot more perfect. You got to be a lot more confident. And that's
it's getting there because he tried in that Saints game whenever Diontae got his like jersey pulled or whatnot. I mean, that would have been taking 70 yards to the house.
So once again, you can see the growth, the progression, and the attempts where it needs to be. But that's also a part of just his progression. And it's different. It's a lot easy, man, when we in this room. It's a lot easy when you sitting there with that film clicker, man. And you're like, oh, yeah, man, I see you beat that dude. I could throw that front side. Yeah. Until you out there and you're like, hold on, bro, that DB kind of fast. And that linebacker is like, he got eyes on it. Yes, they know you're going there. Yes, you're going to get hit. Throw that ball low right here, back hip, so that way he can catch it, protect himself, or you lean it so he can get in there and go, you know? But you got to be able to read that. You got to know what you're doing. And that's a part of his progression. But he'll get it. Yeah. There's a logo that is up there on the screen. You see it as DraftKings. It's as beautiful. It's as nice. And we like them a lot. Okay? And they like you a lot. Because they are the top rated sports booking app in the U.S. The way that we like to work. And on top of that, they are safe, they are secure, and they are reliable, Deke. There is nothing better when you hit on that parlay, the same game parlay too. Or, you know, when you just have that one-off, you just feel good about this prop bet. You're like, man, I think that my dog gonna throw a tutty today. Sometimes it just is like that. And DraftKings give you those opportunities. But more importantly, they give you a promo code. And that promo code is MOATS. You use that when you make that first deposit of $5. You're going to get a smooth $200 in DraftKings deposit money. And that is a great situation because you get to use that money to go out there and potentially make more money. It's a good situation. It's like a win-win. You catch my drift?
100%.
But Deke, I also know at times some people go past 100% and they're not able to turn that switch off. Stays on for too long. Mm-hmm. Well, when those people go through those experiences, sometimes you have to ask yourself if you or someone you may know has a gambling problem. They might need some crisis counseling. Shoot, Deke, they might even need referral services. Now, if they're living in New York, on the screen right now, there is a certain number that they could call or text. For my New Yorkers, New York, New York. But for everybody else, the number that you need to call is 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER.